Yeah. What up? What up? What's going on? This is Romy Mac. Welcome to 2 Cents, where we talk about any and everything and give our 2 cents as we do each and every time we take the mic. Um, Another interesting week, interesting topics that we're gonna talk about. What happened this week? Saw a thing about a soccer team. It was this morning I saw about a soccer team in Thailand that was stuck in a hole. 12 kids and their 25-year-old coach. I don't know what the hell being in a hole has to do with playing soccer, but that's beyond me. A couple things we'll get into a little bit deeper. What's the reason some people step out on a mate and trauma you face, what I'm saying, from growing up. But of course, when I do this thing, I don't come alone. So Sugar Booger and Karoon Bay, of course they're on the show. So my team, what's up? What's going on, family? Yeah, man. So that soccer story, it was that I was telling you guys about earlier. They were stuck in like a hole for 10 days living off of rainwater. I didn't know that rainwater had like enough power to keep you going for 10 days. So they found them, and now they're on the verge of they're giving them food and still trying to get them out the hole. But I just thought it was wild that they were able to do so.
Yeah, I just read on a thing that said that they was doing it for possibly, that shit is a rumor of an initiation. They went there or something. I don't know.
It's Thailand, man. There's some crazy shit there.
Yeah, I would have to agree. And this is one of the things that's wild in Thailand, man. This is insane. To me, I wouldn't feel. I just wouldn't feel safe with my baby. With this coach. Why are you guys stuck in the hole?
So it's also been unsuccessful to get them out, in the Thai Navy are supplying them with 4 months worth of food and teaching them how to scuba dive, due to the fact that the area that they're in is accessible only by a narrow flooded channel. So they're trying to pump water out of the cave or something, and it's not working out too great.
Yeah, it's a little too much. It's a little too much. You play soccer on grass, not in a hole. So we have no reason down here not to be down here, coach. That's my feelings on that topic. But yeah.
Man, Thailand is a lawless place. If some of them kids' parents, they might buy the grace if they ever pass away, their parents probably kill them and get away with it.
Yeah.
I've seen people get hit with a bus in Thailand and people just drive off.
Well,
no, man. It's different laws out there.
Well, that doesn't sound nice.
It seems like they don't have the right, to me, from what it seems like, they might not have the right tools to save them.
Right. Well,
what if they take a fucking rope?
I don't know. I don't know.
But how do we live off of water? How do you live off of water though? Or water alone?
I don't know. If they said that they were taking there as part of initiation, they had some food for 10 days, maybe, or something. I don't know. I mean, you won't die after not eating for 2 days. You know what I mean? I don't know.
I just thought the story was I thought it was kind of wild. The fact that they could live off of water for 10 days and water alone. No bread, no rice. No, that's not a racial joke. The rice thing, the fact that they're Asian, but no bread, no rice, and they just survived. I just think that's quite amazing, if you ask me.
Yeah.
But that's one heck of a storyline. Somebody broke the news. Somebody got sweeps week with that one, for sure. So what else what we're going to talk about today? I just feel like rubbing this in to Big Bro's face, but LeBron going to LA, man. We ain't gonna talk about the whole. We ain't gonna go into the whole thing of the sports aspect of it. I just thinking about the fact that Cleveland, as a city, is about to go down one more time, and they don't have anything to show for it. The kid came out And he was like, LeBron, let's do it. Look, he got drafted. He was like, come on, man. I'm ready. Let's do it. This man got hairballs in his throat. What's going on?
I'm just coughing, man.
They got hairballs.
Yeah. So I was just like, man, this city just goes through. This city is so cursed. It's not even funny, man. It's just, it's not. And then of course I do laugh afterwards. But it's just amazing how cursed this city is. They go through so much dealing with their, like with their sports teams. And of course, LeBron being there put a lot of money into the city itself. So now they're going to lose all that money. But what have you? I mean, when they were winning, they were rubbing it in folks' face, and now look at you. But hey, LA's happy. LA's happy. It's going to put more money into their seats, and then more money into the city.
Want to know who had it for real? Golden State.
Yeah, because they got the booger. Yeah, the booger's on his way. But we'll save that for the for a locker room later. But what did I want to tap into today? Like we said, what is some of the reasons, like just us, just commonly, I would say with our mindsets. What is the reason some people step out on their mate? That's again from folks that we may know or and witnessed, or even from your own experience. What was the reasons why you would do so? Anybody want to take a stab?
I think somebody would step out due to, I guess, they just happy with the way things are going, and they come across somebody else that makes them feel some type of way. So they'll, not, I don't know, they find somebody that brings that spark back to them again. Makes them feel alive, and then they start gravitating towards that person, and end up cheating. Or it could be a number of things. They're just looking for something that they can't find, that it's already there, but they
don't want to work for it. They don't want to make the adjustments and stuff like that. So
they always blame the other person, not realizing that it's themselves that is a problem.
Yeah.
And so they're looking for elsewhere.
You want it ready made. Like everything you want is you want it to be your way, and like. As if it life works that way. Like for me, a lot of times I joke that I wish life were like The Sims, where I can make you do this thing or you can do that, like when I want it to happen and all that. But it's a relationship is work, and as a relationship, commonly with somebody who doesn't view life the way that you do, or see things the way that you do, because we have different paths, we've seen different things, so we don't necessarily look at life the very same way. Sometimes you might be more experienced than the other when it comes to dating, when it comes to being in relationships, and other times it's just like you got a positive or a negative or attitude on how things are gonna go. Like you expect things to be like perfect, just initially, but
I think so. Also, some people, people change as well in relationships, and some people always assume that things should still stay the same. But you grow older, and things change, and some folks don't like that. They want to find whatever it is that they had before. Trying to go back, that's how everything was. They find somebody else. I know I dated a dude back in the days, long time ago.
I got you, Bernie.
Huh?
I said I got you, Bernie Mac, long time ago, long time ago,
this dude, the dude that I was with, he happened to be married. Well, come to find out, the chick he was married to was like his second wife. And he pretty much did the same thing to his first wife that he did to the second. And he couldn't explain, had no reason as to why he was, stepping out. He just, you're like, you ain't even ready for, like, why would you even be in a relationship if you keep stepping out continually, And it was just crazy because she said the same thing, I stayed with him and thought he was going to change, he ain't going to mess around behind my back. Sure as shit, he went did it right behind her back. you know, or after a while, it was like more like in her face, you know, and it never stopped. It didn't stop there, you know. I stopped, you know, talking to him and stuff, but, you know, come to find out, you know, old girl was like, yeah, he's still seeing other chicks on the side and this and that. It's like the guy just had no explanation as to why he was doing it, because, you know, the wife thought everything was great. He did, you know, everything was perfect.
Yeah.
So they didn't have problems, you know, and this and that. You know, he would do stuff just as if, you know, it was a, you know, brand new relationship, or whatever. So she had no clue for a while, you know. And sometimes it's people just, you know, habitually, I don't know, they just can't be with one person.
Well, hurt people tend to hurt people, so it's like almost, at least for, at least from my experience, it's like as long as you got, you know, something like in you know, as a standby, you don't necessarily feel hurt when you find out that the other person might be up to no good. So the thing is, that's just having like a negative mindset, though, that assuming that that individual is just as corrupted as you were when you were doing what you were doing. That's really what it boils down to, because you start looking at the situation from, you know, of what you would have done or what you did, and it's like, man, you know, if I could have done it, anybody can do it, type thing, and it fucks with your mind like crazy, and ultimately you just have to be the mature one and just do what, you know, do what you feel is do what you feel is right. Now if you see something like openly that just seems like kind of shady or something like that, maybe mention it, and or you know, bring it to the attention, and, you know, you handle it from there and try to figure out why, you know.
Jeff, do you have anything to say?
Yeah, pimp. I say that loosely. I don't mean literally.
Why people step out, I guess.
Yeah.
And I think it's because people ain't who they were when they married them or whatever, or who they are when they met them. That's a big thing. Like when you in a relationship, it's like we say, you always get the what's the word of it? When you first meet somebody,
The representative.
yeah, you get the representative.
Yeah, that's basically it, the representative.
And then you like, when you really see how they are, it's a whole different thing. Then you like, what in the world did I get myself into?
Yeah, or you get too deep into it, you know. Like people that step out, they get too deep into it, they can't get themselves out, and they just keep going and
That's
going
the worst
with it.
thing about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, straight up.
They're always looking for something, and one, you know, they always try to find something in one when they step out, they're trying to find something in one relationship that wasn't in the other one. But instead of conveying, like, you know, what it is that they're looking for with the person that they're with, they, you know, just go assume that, you know, I'm gonna go find it elsewhere instead of, you know, hey, you know, there's this book called The 5 Love Languages. I don't know if you've read it, but it's pretty good, and it talks about like how each person has a different love language, you know, and you got to tap into that. You got to figure out what that person's love language is, pretty much, you know, and that helps. And without knowing that, I think that's how some people end up stepping out on things. They don't know how to, you know, what's the word? If that person doesn't know what your love language is, you know, you're not going to be fulfilled. So you're going to go and find it elsewhere, because they're not, you know, they're not giving you what you need.
Right.
And so it's a really good book. I forgot who it's by. You haven't even tried to read it, Jess. So what the fuck would you know? Excuse my language. That's sleep deprivation, right?
See how you talk. See how you talk right there.
That's sleep deprivation right there. Okay, I've had like 4 hours of sleep.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, that's what. When she's single, y'all know why.
That is sleep deprivation. I'm sorry. So. Oh gosh. So anyways, I haven't gotten a lot of sleep at all the past couple months. So I mean, but
everybody got 9, Joe.
Yeah.
Sure?
This fool talking about. Quit talking about the game while we doing this damn show, boy. Well, I got to cut this shit out. Yeah. Okay, so let me ask y'all, man. I know for sure I've gone through some trauma growing up, like just the way I would say the way I was raised. Nothing against my parents and the people they left me in the hands with, but you know, being anything different, you were teased about. Coming up where I come from, you know what I'm saying? Like if you were gay, you got teased for it. If you didn't learn as fast as everybody else, you got teased for it. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like a lot of those things play a part into I would say our personalities, who we are, you know, who we are today. And I know for me that my thing was my dad, you know, would always talk to me very sternly. And of course, when you're a little kid and like you get like, you know, your parents yell at you in a deep voice, it kind of startles you a little bit. So I used to be scared of shit of my father, and then like he would ask me to like do something or look for something, and then I wasn't able to find what he was looking for, and it just like move me out of the way, like move out of the way, you don't know what you're doing. And so a lot of times where I like to do things on my own, just kind of like, I don't know, I guess it fulfills my own mind that I can do it. You know what I'm saying? Like for a long time, I would not allow anybody to do shit for me. It always had to be me. You know, same with my mom. You know what I mean? Like I would say growing up, the trauma I dealt with growing up, as far as like dealing with my mom would always hold over my head how much money me or my brother, she might have been joking, but like at least for me, having a job at the time, and you know, having somewhat pay insurance on the car and stuff like that, and just having the old money, I would always be you know, I would never want anybody to do shit for me, because I would always get reminded of something that was done for me. You know what I'm saying? So that plays you know, a factor in my personality. For a long time, I wouldn't allow people to do shit for me, because they'll constantly like to remind you of what they've done, you know. And that's just I would say that's a form of trauma that I would say I've faced growing up, and being really being teased, you know, just a real sensitive cat. I won't even lie to you. It was one sleepover where they just kept ragging on the fact that my ears and like my head size, and it's just like I vowed from that day I would always have to be quick with it, so that I'm never put in that position again, because I just felt like totally you know, I was outnumbered, outmanned, and it was just an uncomfortable feeling, you know. And I would say another trauma I've done is like any woman I've ever chased after that I was like totally about, you know what I'm saying, was I would always have to it seemed like it's never the same, you know. Very well could be, I don't think that was love language. I think it was just the fact that I felt strong. I felt stronger about them than they did for me, and I waited a lot of times, and it plagues me even to this day, you know, thinking that somebody's not going to be there. It's almost like an abandonment issue that I still face, even in my I would say my current love life, and I do my best to try to channel with that. But I mean, we are who we are. You know what we've been through. If we've seen something like, you know, that's similar, it's going to trigger that very same feeling that we initially felt. And you know, we just got to do our best to you know, kind of learn from that, and understand the lesson in such. But you know, that's my trauma. I mean, what about you, Ab, growing up? What's like a trauma that kind of you know, I don't know, probably still bothers you or had bothered you for a while that you had to, you know, kind of learn from?
Learn from? Oh gosh, trying to figure out which one to say. So I think the biggest one for me would have to be, I think, you know, people have like sibling relationships with their brothers and sisters. You're close to age. You guys are usually close together. I always had like, I guess my brother used to kind of bully me. I want to say bully me, but he used to be kind of abusive, you know, like physical, like fists, choking, slamming me up against stuff, things like that. And to this day, I mean, now, like, yeah, when I think about it, like, it was crazy. So I'm kind of, you know, that affected me as I got older, I guess you can say. So now it's like, I don't even like nobody touching my neck. I'll be like, yo, like, chill, you know. It was, you know, seeing that, dealing with that, and then, you know, I saw him, you know, him and my father fought, like fist fought back in the days too. So I kind of, you know, I don't know what went wrong, or now as I got older, I realized that, you know, there's a possibility that, you know, he had some type of mental issue, I want to say. And so now I'm kind of careful around, you know, certain people, you know, how I act around them a little bit, you know, so it affects, like, to this day, I have a weird relationship with him. Like, it's kind of strained. But now that I have a son, I'm like, you know, oh shit, you know, I hopefully I don't have to deal with the same stuff that my parents had to deal with. But that's just one of the things that I worry about. What? I mean, there's some things I worry about that, you know, because prior to my mom passing away, she had mentioned to me a couple weeks before, she was like, yo, if I could do things differently, I would have done it differently. And she at least admitted that when saying, you know, she regretted that and how everything was handled. And, you know, because at the time that this was going on, my parents they didn't know what was going on, really, until, I don't remember how they found out this was all going on, but, you know, my brother needed a lot of help, and I think that the way that it was going about, it was all, you know, I wouldn't say it was all wrong, because nobody, back then, you don't know, you don't have enough information, you know, back then, you do what you can do, and you what you know, but I kind of worry about that with my son, you know, will I have to go through the same thing? And how to handle situations like that, you know, anger management and things like that. Bipolar issues is what I think he had. Because 1 minute he would be cool, and the next minute he was like freaking psycho and shit. So I don't know. I kind of worry about that. It was traumatic for me. It was really traumatic. Now that we're older, though, I mean, I ain't scared of him. You know, he's a little taller than me, but I'm bigger than him. But you know, and I felt that I got bullied a lot, and I got bullied by other people too. Like you said, teasing. I got teased and bullied. So you know, there's both. I got both teased, but I dealt with it on my own. I always felt that I couldn't go to anybody for it because I felt embarrassed, you know, that it would get worse or something like that. So I never told, you know, I would say something to my sister, but I always told her, you know, don't do nothing, you know, because I'm gonna be embarrassed about it or whatever. Just leave it be or whatever. But yeah, I got teased and bullied a lot. And I still do. I get teased a lot. I just had people do it to me today. So, you know, they make fun of my hearing and all that at work, but it is what it is with the young kids clowning. But yeah, that's one trauma that, you know, it does affect me to this day. And I worry that if not my son, one of my nephews is going to be that way, you know. And I just hope that we figure out how to tackle it better, so that, you know, it doesn't happen to someone else like it happened to me, you know, getting the beat down of my life. Getting punched and kicked and all kinds of stuff, you know, for no reason.
Right. Well, all right, cool. Well, McGilla, man, what about you, bro? What's something that's probably like, you know, fucks with you to this day and makes you, I want to say, like who you are. You know what I'm saying? Like some trauma that you faced.
Yo, on a real, I don't like bats, yo.
This nigga said, man.
I got attacked by a bat. Like, if you ever been attacked by a bat, yo, like my trauma is different than y'all. I don't know, man. Like, I got attacked by a bat. I threw a bottle at a tree and a bat came down and beat it, like, you know, they get rabies and all kinds of shit. That shit beat me all the way to the house. And my friends were just sitting there laughing, this motherfucker attacking me. They didn't even help. So, you know, I don't mess with that.
What about anything, you know what I'm saying, growing up, like, I mean, of course, us growing up black, man, I know our folks did some shit that was, you know, looking back at it now, it's probably
But
what.
I look at a lot of stuff that I got, like I know my dad, my friends used to laugh, my dad used to be like, yo, man, he'd give us money. You go to work or whatever, you know, get allowance or whatever, you get money, right? And he'd be like, what you gonna spend it on? Like me, I was a big gamer, and I was spending on like games, or I spend my money on like shoes and stuff like that. And then my dad would be like, he'll be like, yo, he'll get food. Like everybody in the house would be eating food, and I'd be wondering like, why I gotta spend my money on food if I guess he's trying to teach me a lesson. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could get this game or you can get this food. You got money, get your own food. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of how my dad was, but I saw that as like,
So traumatic.
It ain't traumatic. It just makes me tight. Like, it might not seem like that, but
That would have been traumatic for me because I like my food.
yeah. See, you had to. That's what it's saying. Like, my brother didn't have to decide like that. It was always like me. He's like, yo, you can decide. You either want these shoes or this game, and they'll go get Chinese food or pizza or whatever. And I'll just be sitting there like, fuck, I'm hungry. And my boy would be like, you better eat that game. He's like, how the game tastes. My dad was so messed up, bro. He would give my friends food, and they'll be sitting there laughing. Like, I hope them fucking forces were worth it. Like, it'd be so funny at shit like that. And I'm talking about the next time they go out and get food, I would still be looking like, damn, man, I'm hungry. I guess I gotta eat once in the fucking house. Like, everybody else gets something special, but since I wanted these shoes, that's what I gotta eat, is these shoes. I mean, it does stuff, but it also makes you try to find other ways to get money also, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, but, man, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I would say.
It's a lot of stuff, man. I don't know if it's, I think, like, I learned to swim when I was younger, and I was, like, I think I was under a dock or something, and I keep having a dream about being under a dock and I was drowning. You know how motherfuckers, like, swim under docks and shit?
You can swim.
See, that's the point. I don't know. I think I was, like, traumatized or something.
Maybe you drowned. Or almost drowned. It's okay, Jeff.
I don't know, man. I'm not like that, man. If it was bullying, I probably was the one that was doing the bullying, I guess.
You do bullying. You do bully. That's why I talk trash to you. Because I refuse to let anyone bully me like that again.
You heard that. You heard what it was.
Yes, you are the bully.
No, I'm not.
Yeah.
You saw, this comes from somebody y'all just heard how she was talking a few minutes ago.
Hey,
That's how women are, though.
That's the reason why I do talk the way that I do.
No, y'all heard her.
Because I refuse.
And it's just like, it's sleep deprivation. She's trying to make an excuse for it.
Sleep deprivation too.
Nah, man.
Yes, I refuse to let somebody act crazy with me now.
I won't put her no bullshit
I
in
will
the
get
ear.
to him first.
Y'all got no bullshit
But he tries to bully me, but I can take it. I take it, and then I hand it right back to him.
No, she don't.
I throw it right back in his face.
Y'all gonna hear it.
She knows that I don't take shit anymore.
You know,
that was
y'all
me.
know
I don't
the truth.
take it anymore. I don't
Y'all
take
know the truth. Y'all can hear it in her words.
But I am like, yeah, I think that's you know. So I don't take shit. I don't take shit from anybody.
I'll tell you one thing, man. If you ever been jumped before in your life, you cautious of setups, nigga. Not because of.
There's a difference between jump and just somebody just randomly whooping your ass.
Like motherfuckers, like that damn, like, oh shit, it's like 4-on-1.
I ain't had one of those.
Or I've seen people get set up. I seen that shit too. Like, you be like, hold up, man, this shit don't look right. I done seen some shit like that, so that's another reason I'm hella cautious, bro.
You cautious?
Shit, when it comes to people, I am.
You just don't like people, that's all.
Yeah. Well, I want to thank you guys for sharing your trauma with me, especially the story about the bat. That much.
You know, if you get bit by a bat, man, them long ass needles, man, them motherfucking needles.
You're like in that club where people been bit by a duck. You know, like how many people can say they've been bit by a duck? Like it ain't funny because I'm sure like that shit hurt, but damn, you got bit by a duck.
That's like when you step on a nail and you gotta get a tetanus shot. You know how big them motherfucking needles is?
I'm just visualizing Jeff trying to fight off.
Man, that motherfucker beat my ass.
Man, I got shit on by a bird.
Big nigga right here, swinging, trying to get
Man, I was young then, man, fucking back.
Yeah, I got.
Nobody. You know what's crazy? I thought it was a bird. I'm like, birds don't be out at night, and I can hear that little squeaky shit, and it was just like scratching the fuck out my ass.
It was in his area, man. It was in his
Now I
domain.
threw a damn bottle at some bushes and shit.
Well, that's you, dumbass.
Yeah, I got shit on by a bird.
Hey,
I'm
you will
telling
be
you,
home after
motherfuckers
that.
is relentless, man. They gon' scratch you and shit all the way till you get to a destination. That's when I be seeing people on YouTube like fucking fighting off bats with brooms and shit in their house. I be like, nigga, you need to call somebody. Cause that motherfucker scratch, you gonna have to get that big ass damn needle. Like, fuck all that. It's always some fucking white people too, no offense, but y'all gotta
like
watch
that
out
chick
for this shit.
That chick that was feeding that damn shark and got her arm ate off. Her
That
arm
shit
bit.
stupid as fuck. Look, man, if the fucking crocodile hunter couldn't survive the waters and the stingray killed him, then your damn chances are slim. He been fucking with animals his whole life, and they got his ass. Some of these people fucking crazy, man.
Yeah.
Fucking with a shark, man, really? And then she got the nerve to complain that her skin is off of her fingers and shit. I'm like, duh, motherfucker. You put some damn sausage links in there with a damn shark. Of course he gonna nibble on that shit.
Yeah, man.
Hit
Well-
you a finger like Vienna sauce.
We got one more thing. We're gonna a few more things we want to tap into really. Like what are some of the common reasons some people are so guarded in I would say like relationships, whether they're involved with somebody or whether they just won't allow somebody in, you know what I mean? I know for a while with me, I didn't want to feel that same pain that I felt before, so like whenever there was a woman doing her damnness really to try to get try to get through to me, man, I was a locked door. No matter how long she was willing to wait, I was like, you know, a deadbolt. You know what I'm saying? Nobody getting through. It wouldn't go but so far. You know what I mean? And I think that had to do with like one dealing with the pain and like actually recognizing it, and then just trying to do just being more. I'll say being more mature. You know, I mean, a lot of shit can happen in your life that really do, you know, like fuck you up, you know, and you just be like, nah, man, I ain't going down that route no more. I don't care. At some point, you're gonna put yourself before anybody else, you know. There's only but so much of that pain you're gonna take. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. I think unless you got kids, you should put yourself above other people.
Yeah.
It sounds hella selfish, but
You said when having kids, put yourself above.
I said unless you got kids.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that is true.
Like I say, man, nobody gonna love you like you love yourself.
Yeah.
That's true.
Nobody ain't gonna take care of you like, you know, you're supposed to take care of yourself. Unless you got kids, bro. That's because someone could be here today and they be gone the fucking tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
That's something that like my mom always told me. Like, when you're in a relationship, don't care for someone more than you care for yourself. That kind of seems selfish, but when you think about it, like, if something was to happen to that person, or they were to leave you or something like that, a lot of people don't know how to cope with it because they put people above themselves. So the way to not be in that position is to not put people above yourself. Above you, really. Only people you should be putting above you is your kids.
Yeah.
That is true.
Fact. All right. So, Ev, why are people so guarded in relationships? In your opinion?
Past experiences, I guess. You know, past experiences make people become so
They don't even have to
guarded.
be that. They can see how their parents are. And
Yeah, I was getting to that. Damn it. Yeah, their parents as well. You know, the way your parents act in front of you, is how, when you grow up and get older, you end up being like them. So if, say, for example, if you grew up and your father was always, treating your mom like garbage, pretty much like just talking down on her, any kind of way or whatever, then you're going to grow up thinking that's fine and that's okay. So then you might end up doing the same thing, or your parents never show affection when, they never show it in public, but they do it behind closed doors and not around your kids. Well, you're going to, grow up doing the same thing because you never saw that. You think that that's the norm, to not show affection like that. So, I mean, yeah, you're right, Jeff.
I mean, it's a
myriad. It's a lot of different things that can come into play. Or you can base things off your first. I've known people to base stuff off their first relationships. They become so guarded and stuff that they're like, I don't want to be this way anymore. So, I know, like I've had a relative that was dumped at prom by and a black girl. And ever since then, he don't like black women because she I guess didn't show up or something. So ever since then, he didn't want to be with black girls. So he made sure that sad thing is, all the women he been with, some of them, they treat him like shit. So I don't know why. You know what I mean? But some people are like that. They start being so guarded and they close up and they don't really open up to the people that they're with.
Yeah.
Or they keep certain things from them. Not that they might open up just a little bit, but they keep certain things from people because of past experiences of when they open themselves up, like just let everything all out, and never again will they do that. So they're kind of careful on what they let people in on.
All right. Jeffrey, you had anything else you wanted to add on that one?
Like she said, man, it could be a combination of things. Like man, I'm careful around I don't even want to say I'm careful around it. I'll put it like if you met someone and you thought they were single and you found out they're married or something, or little shit like that. Like, you don't want to be nosy, but you know what I'm saying, you want to be like careful around some certain people, man. I've ran into some shiesty ass emails before. Believe me. Or like the same thing, man. Like my sister, like I'll use a prime fucking example, right? My sister is a type of female back in the day. I don't know if she still do it. I gotta think she might have. My sister D or whatever. Go to the club and shit a lot, and you know what I'm saying? Females go to the club and shit a lot. I'm like, I don't want a female that's always at the fucking club. You know what I'm saying? So when I met a girl that like wanted to spend time at the club, I'm like, hey, I put it like this: we probably together about a month, and I was something like she wanted to go to the club. I'm like, you know what? This shit ain't gonna work out, cause I don't want to fucking go to the club all the time. I see no reason that if you got somebody, why the fuck you always at the club? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's other shit we could do. But when I found out she wanted to go to the club, I quickly ended that shit. I was like, I ain't got no time for that.
Went to the club a few times.
But she didn't fucking enjoy that. Like, she's kind of pissy about it. And, like, why? And I'm like, because I don't want no fucking female that's always in a fucking club. Like, why would I want to worry about you always being in the... You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a difference between going to the club and hanging out with your friends once in a while, but always trying to be at the club is, like, fucking stupid to me. There's plenty of other things you can do, like, you want a nigga to buy you drinks, that's like, why you there? That's fucking stupid. But I can't even find, like, you can say you want to dance, it's like, you want to go dance. Like, you can dance in your own fucking house. I don't see a fucking reason for to be at the club all the time. That's just me. There people who still do that shit.
That's why you don't want to go to the club with me, so I can
I'm just saying, it's not a real reason. I would not rather waste my money in a fucking club that I'm not gonna fucking enjoy for the most part. You know what I'm saying? I would rather be at a movie or be doing something else than be at a fucking club.
I just want to know if you can dance. That's
just
you to go to the food.
it's a waste of resources. Like if I want to drink, I can go to a bar. It's way more chill, way more funky. I can play pool and all that good shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
I just want to see if you can dance.
That ain't my cup of tea. This motherfucker.
Like you can dance like hot. Yeah. For me, I kind of, like, I was dating these extra nice guys, and come to find out,
They were extra nice.
no, that they had somebody on the side, or like the married dude that was really nice. He was not nice.
Extra nice.
Like really overly friendly, or they had something else that I was just like, that's not me. And, I was real careful on that, to the point where, like, I dated for a while, and all of a sudden, I'd stop talking to him, because I'd be like, it's too good to be true. I'd be like, yo, something ain't right, or they on to something else. And
that's another reason why I'm a blatant, like, when I meet people, I'm a blatant asshole.
Yeah, I was like, they too nice, because they hiding something, yeah.
Like, man, you know me, man. I'm usually a butthole. I ain't.
Usually?
Like, I've met females before and been straight up, like, mean to them.
Right.
You mean sometimes you're like a Sour Patch Kid.
If anything, he's probably a jelly bean.
A jelly bean. Why a jelly bean?
Jelly bean is hard on the outside, soft on the inside.
Nah.
Yeah, that is true. I mean, he's nice in his own special way.
Yeah.
He's nice. He'll do something nice and then turn around and be mean.
Too much nice, man. They'll use it. You gotta balance it out.
Yep.
Can't be too nice, right?
Not at all, man.
No. Too nice, you're hiding. To me, it's always, if you're too nice, you're hiding something.
That's a brilliant concept.
Huh?
That's a genius concept.
You know what I was saying? It's too good to be true.
It usually is.
Too good to be true. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't believe it.
It usually is.
I don't believe it.
Alright, so let's get to the question at hand, and then we can get into the rant. What's, like, I'm gonna say, one board game from childhood that still has high playability to you? I'm sure y'all all can agree.
Or we just talking about, like,
Game in general, like, you can go from Atari, you can go Nintendo, Sega, whatever.
I'll let Ebony go first. I don't need that.
Board game? Well, we Monopoly.
Yep, y'all still cheating?
I got.
Who's still cheating? I'm still winning.
You
That's
mean-
what you mean to say?
You talking people?
Winning.
You still talking people out of Boardwalk?
And my family won't even play with me no more, man. These niggas been off right. They don't play Scrabble. They don't play Monopoly. I'm pretty much banned from all kinds of fucking board games. These niggas need to get good. That's the problem.
I see.
I don't need no unions against me when I'm playing none of that.
I see it. But I would have to go with, like, at least for, I would say probably Spades is probably the high probability game, and at least for my family, ain't nobody ever getting tired of that shit. No one gets tired of arguing about saying you renege, talking about you got set, all these things. That's like one of the things that we love to do.
Mm-hmm. What's that game that I bought Phoenix the other day? What is that? Mousetrap.
Yeah, I had Mousetrap.
Yeah, I bought her. Quiet. I bought her the Mousetrap.
Yeah, I had Mousetrap.
Still in that game.
Mousetrap was cool.
Yeah.
Play on fucking Mousetrap, that garbage ass shit.
That's garbage. Set it up to watch the little dominoes. Quiet. Watch the little things go down with the little ball. Sorry, I gotta cut. Somebody said if you lit fireworks during taps, you're an asshole.
Man, man is probably Mario 3 or Super Mario World. I could play that motherfucker right now if I had it. Turtles in Time. About that life.
The arcade game of it, the actual arcade game, like the one I used to have on the Xbox.
Super Nintendo version of Turtles in Time was fire.
Life was a good game. I like that one.
If we talking board games, and I'm talking, you know, it's got to be Monopoly with me. Mono play, as I call it, because I don't play.
AKA never played with Jeffrey. What do we do with him?
I'm gonna get what I need. I take all the traps.
Yeah, it's a trap. Dealing with Jeff.
Trap.
Yeah, it is a trap with Jeff.
Yeah, trap.
This card game, it's gotta be Spades, bro.
Spades?
Yeah, this card game.
I like dominoes.
Yo, me and my mama, man, we put work in on fools.
I like dominoes.
Don't let me and Carolyn be on teams. I can't even remember when we lost. We put work in.
Yeah, I'm training my lady to do it so that when we go like back home to visit my family.
I can't have us. I don't like to lose in spades, so she can't work with me.
I like dominoes.
What are you good at it?
Yeah, I'm okay at dominoes. I'm alright. I think. It was a dominoes game back in the days when I was a kid, and my parents had this glass round table, and it was like the table to play spades and dominoes on. Like we always had like parties or whatnot, or people come over to the house. Man, I remember this one time. This chick I think her name was Smokey, had a domino.
What's up, Craig? What's up, Smokey?
Hardest. Slammed it so she slammed it so damn hard the damn table shattered in pieces.
Yeah.
That domino game. She won.
That's
the
game.
I ain't seen nobody slam a domino down that hard in my life.
Yeah, that's how the game goes sometimes.
That's how serious it is. That is how serious it is. You ain't a serious domino player, don't try to slam that shit down. That you gonna break the table with it.
Yeah. That's real rap right there, real rap.
It was a serious game.
So Suge, what's your rant for the week?
The 4th of July!
Right.
Fireworks. Y'all, do the shit on the day. 4th of July, and that's it. Not day after, not 10 days, 5 days after the 4th of July, 5 days before. The damn day of, and call it it.
Yeah, man, don't do this shit at 12 o'clock at night. Niggas gotta go to sleep, bro.
We gotta sleep. We still got work, especially since it's in the middle of the week. Niggas got PTSD, so if it's dead silent, and all of a sudden at midnight we hear some shit pop off, and we sleep, that ain't cool, alright?
Well, tell that to these Miamians. I've been hearing fireworks for the last 2 days.
Yes.
I've been hearing it for the last week.
Yes, all this week, fireworks. I'm like, Lord have mercy. They need to cut it.
I got a rant.
Go ahead.
Not with damn fireworks. That is not who you are patriotic. If you want to support us and be fucking patriotic, support damn veterans and shit and the troops by volunteering your time.
Well, trying to make sure we get pay raises.
Pay raises by voting for the right people in office and stuff and shit like that.
Straight up.
Volunteer.
You already said volunteer.
Like, come on my God or something for free. Support the troops. I'm just saying, support the troops now, something like that, volunteer.
She gonna see same people.
That is what I call being patriotic, not shooting off damn fireworks.
Hey, man, I got a rant, man.
That nerd. What you got?
Stop complaining. Golden State gonna win again. Nobody said they didn't care when it was just like Lakers and Boston going back and forth for years. So don't complain now, buddy. You already know it's gonna be
Golden State.
Get off me.
Why? See, he's mean. Golden State.
Yeah, you there, Matt?
Wait,
Yeah.
so you switching teams? I thought you was a Lakers. You was been a Lakers fan. You're not Lakers anymore.
Who are Lakers?
Because who's on the team? You don't like the Lakers?
Who is a Laker fan?
I'm just saying, I don't want people complaining about Golden State.
He's
Just give it up.
avoiding the topic. My husband was a Kobe fan. So he
Yeah.
liked the Lakers.
The name is Kobe. Is it called the LA Kobe? It's not called the LA Kobe.
But now I guess he don't like the Lakers anymore because he's not
I don't like Gay Bron.
he's not a LeBron. He ain't a Bron fan.
L Bron, because he catch L's. L Bron.
Yep, he ain't a Bron fan.
L Bron.
LeBron, because I was home now.
Yeah, L.A. LeBron.
LeBron. So I am not a fan of either team person. So webs.
Oh yeah, y'all should watch. If you ain't watch, what's this shit called? Luke Cage. You should be watching that shit.
Yes, Black Superhero.
It ain't got nothing to do with it. It's just a good fucking show.
Yeah, it's a good show too. And he's a black superhero.
That ain't got shit to do with it.
And he's a black superhero.
Oh my god, I'm done.
Don't watch it just because he's a black superhero, but everybody thinks that.
Oh my goodness, just.
What? I can't say
Yep, you get in the show, man.
whatever. That mean to me.
Yeah. All right. Well, I thought today's show was dope, man. Got some things out. Therapeutic sessions, always good for me.
Nigga, quit cutting them off. He was just talking.
What you say?
I said you watched Black Lightning, didn't you?
Yeah.
You liked it, right?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, what's his name now, Phoenix? Come on.
Yeah.
Did you like that? You know that all white guy?
But you talking about the albino?
You know he used to be in a rap group, right?
I thought you picked him.
What? He looked like the nigga from Rampage, the gorilla.
No, he was in a rap group. He was in Strong Arm Steady Gang.
Oh.
Strong Arm Steady.
I don't remember him at all.
Yeah, he was like one of the members of that group.
Yeah, I don't remember.
I didn't know it until they said we went on the Breakfast Club.
Oh wow, that's cool.
Yeah, it's been for a while.
Yeah, let him do his thug thizzle. I'm glad he doing Black Lightning. Black Lightning was cool.
Charlamagne was like, "Oh, you play that part good because what you used to be doing in the streets." He's like, "Come on, man, Charlamagne always doing some fucking devious ass shit, ain't he?"
Hey, Petty.
That nigga be like trying to get people in trouble. Like you see the one with who was it? I just watched it. Was up there? Young Buck when he was like, when you stab so and so for Dre.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, when you stab that person for Dre, he like, come on, Charlamagne, man, why you allegedly? He was like, allegedly. I was like, this nigga here always trying to get somebody in trouble.
Yeah, he be trying. He be trying it.
Nigga, man. Like, I feel like Charlamagne, shut the fuck up sometimes, bro.
Yeah. Well, I would say, like I said, I think today's show was dope. We ended on a good note, talking about the high playability games, Black Lightning, Charlamagne snitching, and yeah, it was fun. Always have fun doing this with my family. I love them very much. Any listener know, I do just about anything for Magilla, Gorilla, better known as Karumbe, Sugarbug, Phoenix, Logan, Saber Wolf, all the whole damn squad. But that's just how we are. We've been down for years and we're gonna continue to be down for years. But for Sugarbug, Karumbe, and Romy Mac, this is 2 cents and we out. Peace.